To accept them is absolutely impossible. My feelings forbid it in every respect. Can I speak plainer?
Are you the foreman?
And he still doesn't get it. Hi there, welcome to K Reacts, and we're still working with this backdrop. Could change, could add, could go somewhere else, but here we are. Today we are watching episode 2 of the BBC miniseries Pride and Prejudice from 1995. I've already watched episode 1, obviously, and I loved it. I have actually already seen this series before and we're just revisiting, but it's a lot of fun. I feel like it is a very underappreciated series. Most people always watch the 2005 Keira Knightley version, which it's all well and good. It's a perfectly adequate movie, but it just really does not do the story justice. And so I feel that we must appreciate this miniseries because it is just amazing. It is fantastic. Like one of the best book adaptions, personally, I think I've ever seen. And Pride and Prejudice is just one of the most amazing stories ever written, so. So here I am, just here to enjoy it. So we're on episode 2 today, so let's just get right into it.
I have reason to expect an addition to our family party.
The addition to the family party. Yes. Oh my goodness.
The Right Honourable Lady Catherine de Bourgh. On Monday the 18th.
I love it. He's the biggest nerd.
I have been invited twice to dine at Rosings Park.
Wait, twice? Whoa, whoa, whoa. If it was just once, but twice.
I think you said she was a widow, sir. Has she any family?
Oh, she has.
Now say what you will about Mrs. Bennet, but she is good at making and keeping conversation.
You may imagine, sir, how happy I am on every occasion to offer those little delicate compliments which are always acceptable to ladies.
Oh, no.
May I ask whether these pleasing attentions proceed from the impulse of the moment, or are they the result of previous study?
Perhaps, especially the eldest, Miss Bennet.
Ah,
No.
yes, Jane is
No.
admired wherever she...
Look out. Look out, Lizzie. He's coming for you.
Perhaps you would care for a little exercise, Mr. Collins.
Indeed, I would, Mrs. Bennet.
Lydia. Mr. Collins is like every guy I've ever been on a date with. Just clueless and weird and going out of his league. Not that I'm like super high up, but like, oof. Ooh, it's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
What a fine joke.
I'm very glad to know.
I hope you will still be coming to have tea with us.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice and strummer.
£100.
Now I see it's clear there's no offence at all.
Oh, she gave him the eyes. That like, those sultry eyes.
Little of the game, madam.
It's so funny that they would have parties to get together and just play cards. The way he tells the story is like, it hits you and like you feel it. He's good. And also, he's just very likable. Like, you understand this.
And so, you see, I have to make my own way in the world.
This is quite shocking. I had not
Wow.
thought Mr. Darcy as bad as this.
Mr. Darcy,
Such
how
malicious
could
revenge,
you?
it deserves to be-
He is so good. Like,
I absolutely forbid you to feel sorry for me.
like plays the victim so well, but like, oh, I'm doing so great. Like, you should not feel bad. Like, I have the worst sob story ever, but like, I'm good. Man, I'm so positive. You should totally like me. This guy. Yeah, and see, he picks his victims carefully. Like, he picks Lizzie because he could tell that she already did not like Darcy. So he was like, let's just pick at that a bit, because she doesn't like Darcy, and we will make her hate Darcy, and we will hate Darcy together. But then he chose very badly there because she's too smart. She's a smart person.
And I take this opportunity of soliciting yours, Miss Elizabeth, for the first 2 dances.
No! And that face just makes it so much worse. I love how their friendship is based like wholly on how much they hate Mr. Darcy. Like that's all they talk about when they get together.
Oh, you look very well, Lizzie. You'll never be as pretty as your sister Jane, I will say.
Oh, Mother of the Year.
I have to dance at least the first 2 with Mr. Collins.
Lord, yes. He's threatened to dance with us all.
He's threatened to dance with us all. There he is, staring out the window as usual. Oh, I'm so ready for the Netherfield ball. Oh gosh, this whole bit, amazing. My dude, you need to just not.
Though I don't imagine it would have been so urgent if you'd not wished to avoid a certain gentleman.
Uh-oh. Darcy just ruining her life as usual.
I have so much to acquaint you with.
Oh no.
On the way, Mr. Collins.
By the way, Mr. Collins. Oh, I wish that was me.
Would you do me the honour of dancing the next of me, Miss Bennet?
Why, I had not.
He was gearing himself up for that all night. He's like, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask her. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, I have to. I just know he was doing that all night. You know he's freaking out. He's like, I'm dancing with Elizabeth. What do I do? I didn't think I'd make it this far.
Do you often walk into Meredith?
Yes, quite.
Look at him trying to make conversation. He tries so hard.
Mr. Wickham has the happy manners that enable him to make friends. Whether he's equally capable of keeping them is less certain.
Ooh, what does that mean?
A certain desirable event takes place, Miss Lizzie?
Oh, you do see Darcy right there going like, you say what now? Desirable event? What? Are you sure? Oh my goodness, I just love them.
And never allow yourself to be blinded by prejudice.
I hope not.
What about you, Lizzie? You ever blinded by prejudice? Whew. There we go again. Like, man, I just had a great conversation with Elizabeth, and she's like, oh, I hate that guy.
So, Miss Eliza, I hear you're quite delighted with George Wickham.
Oh my goodness, she's so nosy. I mean, what she's saying is true, but she has no idea what she's talking about, so she just needs to shut up and let things fall as they may.
I've heard you accuse him of being nothing worse than the son of Mr. Darcy's steward, and he informed me of that himself.
Get wrecked.
Excuse me.
Yes, Elizabeth.
Remarkable.
Mr. Darcy's face, he's like, who the F are you?
Darcy. And I
He walks away. Oh my goodness. It's too good.
Delighted us long enough. Let the other young ladies have time to exhibit.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
He favoured Jane at first, but Bingley was there.
Oh, it's so bad.
He'll be a great man.
And it just gets worse. Oh, poor Lizzie.
Stay where you are and hear Mr. Collins.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just get it over with, girl. Just rip the Band-Aid. He's so
Believe me, my dear
creepy.
Mrs. I singled you out as the companion of my future life.
Oh.
But to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affections.
Mr. Collins,
Violence
please.
of
To
his
fortune,
affections.
I am...
It is impossible for me to accept them.
Understand that it is usual with young ladies to reject the addresses of the man they secretly mean to accept.
Oh. Oh no.
Should consider that it is by no means certain that another offer of marriage may ever be made.
Oh my goodness. Stop.
To accept them is absolutely impossible. My feelings forbid it in every respect. Can I speak plainer?
Are uniform.
And he still doesn't get it. Ooh, Charlotte's got that plan brewing.
Mr. Collins!
Oh, my heart breaks for you, Mrs. Bennet. It's hard having those headstrong daughters. Alright, that was episode 2 of Pride and Prejudice. I love it, as usual. That's one of my favorite episodes, I think, where Mr. Collins and Mr. Wickham comes in. I love Mr. Collins. He's so stupid. He's just ridiculous. And the guy who plays him, I think his name is David Bamber, I think. He plays it so amazing. Like, he's just the ultimate, like, he like thinks he's so great, but he's just like so stupid and like kind of creepy, and it's just amazing. I love it so much. And yes, this episode's great. And like Mr. Wickham, the guy who plays him too, just plays it off so great. Cause like in the 2005 version, they play him off like immediately as a villain. Like you just know automatically that he's lying and he's like super shady. Like he tells a story, he's like, oh yeah, like Darcy's father loved me better and Darcy couldn't stand it. And you're like, that sounds like a lie. And then like you don't have a chance to get to know him, and like he doesn't come across as likable. And that's Mr. Wickham's whole thing, is that everybody is taken in by him, and he's like super nice, super charming, handsome and likable, and he's just so great. And he tells this like sob story and takes everybody in, and especially Elizabeth. And like, and it's so great. And I think it's done really well in this show, where he just comes across that way, so that when that reveal comes out that he's actually a terrible person, you're like, what? Like, I can't believe it. Mr. Wickham, he was like the nicest guy. So I really like how they set him up here. Like, he's just so subtle about it, but then you look back and you're like, that makes sense. He was like being so manipulative, and there's little hints here and here that he's like a gold digger and stuff, and you know. So yeah, great episode. And Darcy is 100% me with a crush, just staring awkwardly from a distance, and then as soon as you finally get the courage to approach them, you're like just the worst. You're just super stiff and don't know what to say, and it's amazing. I love this story, and I'm super excited to continue, so I'll catch you next time with episode 3. Thank you for joining me on K Reacts.